Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by golden fields and singing birds, lived a humble farmer named Moan. He owned little, a small house, a kind wife, and hands that worked from sunrise to sunset. But though his pockets were empty, his heart was always full. Whenever someone was hungry, Moan shared his food. When stray dogs wandered by, he fed them without hesitation. The villagers admired his kindness, but his wife, Sunita, often sighed, "Because of your generosity, our kitchen is always empty." Moan would only smile and say, "A hungry stomach is the greatest pain. If we can help, why shouldn't we?" One warm afternoon, while Moan rested on the porch, a weak voice called out from outside, "Is anyone here?" He looked up and saw an old sage standing by the door, dusty, tired, his eyes sunken with hunger. Sunita peeked from the window and muttered, "Another one? If you feed him too, we'll have nothing left for ourselves." But Moan didn't answer. He stepped forward, folded his hands respectfully and said, "Come in, Baba. Please sit and rest." He brought a pot of cool water, and the sage drank slowly, relief softening his wrinkled face. Then, in a trembling voice, the old man said, "Son, I haven't eaten in 2 days. If you can offer me a little food, I will be grateful." End quote. Moan went to the kitchen and paused. There were only 2 rotis left, enough for his own lunch. He stood quietly for a moment, then picked them up. Sunita saw him and stopped him sharply. "What are you doing? These are for you. That old man can ask anywhere else, but where will we go to eat?" Moan looked at her with calm eyes. "A hungry stomach doesn't wait," he said softly. "This man hasn't eaten in 2 days. If we don't feed him, what will happen to him? God will find a way for us." The sage, sitting outside, had heard everything, but he stayed silent, waiting patiently. Moan ignored the protest and walked out carrying the 2 rotis. He placed them before the sage and said gently, "Baba, please eat. This is all we have, but it's given with love." The sage said nothing. He ate slowly, every bite filling him with peace. When he finished, he looked up at Moan with quiet gratitude. "Son," he said, "your kindness has fed more than just my body. It has fed my faith in humanity." Then the old man reached into his worn bag and took out a small golden bowl. He held it out to Moan. Moan stepped back. "Baba, I can't take this. It belongs to you." The sage smiled. "No, my child. A king gave me this bowl last week, but I have no use for it. I was waiting to find someone worthy, someone who gives without expecting anything in return. Today, I have found you." He placed the bowl in Moan's trembling hands and said, "This is the fruit of your good deeds. Remember, karma is the true dharma. When you do good, expecting nothing, the universe always returns it to you, sometimes in ways you least expect." He continued softly, "Use this wisely, but never let it change your heart. This bowl is only a reminder that God sees everything, and He never forgets kindness." Moan stood there speechless, tears forming in his eyes. He wanted to thank the sage, but words failed him. The old man smiled, nodded gently, and began to walk away into the setting Sunday. The golden bowl shimmered in Moan's hands like a quiet blessing. Sunita stepped outside, her eyes wide. "He left that for us?" Moan nodded, still looking toward the fading figure in the distance. "Yes," he whispered, "but more valuable than gold, he left us a lesson." That night, as the stars filled the sky, Moan sat quietly outside his small house. He held the bowl and thought about the sage's words. He realized something profound. The real reward for kindness isn't wealth, it's peace. The peace of knowing you did what was right. The peace of giving without counting. The peace of helping without expecting. From that day on, Moan promised himself, no matter how poor he might be, he would never stop sharing what he had. Because, as he now knew, one act of kindness can change not just a day, but a life. Every good deed plants a seed that may bloom tomorrow or years later, but it always finds its way back to you. True wealth doesn't come from gold or success. It comes from a heart that helps others, a spirit that stays kind even in struggle. So wherever you are, do good quietly, give freely, and trust that the universe is watching. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder of kindness. And don't forget to subscribe, where every story reminds you that small acts of goodness can create miracles